Well. Howie Roseman. It's only March 4th right now until March 13th in free agency, and it looks like the Eagles make their first move of business of releasing Big Play Slay. We have a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot of speculation on what's going to happen in the near future at this number 2 corner spot going forward, and we're going to get into all the options, get into all of it. So let's get into it.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This video is sponsored by BetUS, so definitely go check them out if you guys have not, okay? Now, the Eagles start. Howie Roseman has started his business for the 25 offseason, and that is the release of Big Play Slay. And I got to say, got to give Slay a lot of credit this year, and really just, let's just give the Eagles a lot of respect for this, because realistically, this has been one of the best cornerback trades we've ever had in a long time, and trust me, the Eagles have dipped into the free agency market I don't know how many times to get corners, and they finally hit on one of a Big Play Slay coming out of Detroit with a really good reputation, okay? And finally, it has all paid off. The Eagles winning a Super Bowl, and Slay staying consistent as he has in his age, heading into the playoffs this past season, and just looking like he's 25 years old, okay? Not only that, but because of the Eagles drafting 2 DBs in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, and as selfless as Darius Slay is, putting those guys under his wing, being their mentor, not being a selfish player, and I think that was really big, and a lot of players aren't like that. And let me say, Slay did a good job in that department, really taking Quinyon under his wing this past offseason, and look what he has become. A Super Bowl champion, and has been through every single obstacle in his rookie season, which is great. So Slay gets released by the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles save about $4.3 million in cap space, which brings the Eagles cap space-wise to $26 million. Okay, we'll obviously see more rollover once the new league year begins on March 13th. But there is some rumblings right now that Slay could be brought back, okay, on a cheaper number for a 1 year. Okay, Slay, it says that Slay is going to be very selective, which he should. He is going to play 1 more year. Just remember, guys, Slay was supposed to be on the Baltimore Ravens, if you guys remember last season, where he almost left and went to Baltimore, and then he came back, got a little bit extra money, and, it is what it is. But with this move now we're starting to figure out, if Slay is actually leaving, what's going to happen here. Until I see Slay put out any type of tweet or anything like that a PR statement that he's leaving and he's thanking the Eagle fans for everything, I'm not going to believe that he's leaving. This is a loophole for Howie Roseman to save cap space, to re-sign him on a 1-year deal on a cheaper number going into the 25 season. This is your championship window is open right now. But what are the things you're actually worried about when it comes to Slay? You're hoping that he's going to be hungry in the 25 season, not just to ride the wave and say, this is my last year in Philadelphia and I want to retire an Eagle and blah, 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 blah. Okay. You want to make sure that he's hungry, that, because these guys that win Super Bowls, especially at an old age, they're more satisfied and maybe their play will dip, but we'll see what happens. If the Eagles have interest to bring him back, which it sounds like they do as of right now, then good things can happen. But the one problem with Slay is that, he's been in the medical tent a bunch of times. How many times is he dinged up in games, every single game? He's in and out of the blue tent, which means that if they're bringing him back, they have to have a valuable backup going forward. I'm not going to believe Slay is gone yet because it's March 4th right now. It's very early. They didn't release him right before free agency, a day before free agency. This is a week and a half, still early. So they obviously want to try to get something done before now as a free agent, he hits the market and, teams are probably going to go after his services if he does have one more year in the league. Obviously, ISIAH Rodgers has been a very valuable option for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, his projected contract is between $1.4 to $2 million a year. Okay, very affordable. He hasn't played that much, okay? And when he was going through his gambling situation, when he sat out the 23 season, realistically, the Eagles were the only team, okay, that had interest. And ISIAH Rodgers giving him his shot and is now a Super Bowl champion. I mean, ISIAH Rodgers is young and he's a starting corner in this league, guys. And he's got a special teams pedigree connected right to him. I like ISIAH Rodgers a lot. I think he really helps. And, you know, I mean, it's another guy that comes in and could really back him. I thought he's been the viable backup. He was really in dime package. He was the next corner that was on the field over Avonte Maddox and some of the other guys. So I feel like if Slay is signed, you have to sign ISIAH Rodgers. I think you have to do that. Because honestly, guys, I could be surprised. I don't know, but obviously Kelee Ringo, everyone's excited about Kelee Ringo going into another year with the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. I just need to see more. I don't think he's ready yet. I got to see another off season. I mean, realistically, how can we all really put too much into Kelee Ringo right now when he's not getting put on the field and not really getting the chance he gets? As a special teamer on kickoff, he's absolutely amazing. He's always the first one down the field making tackles and making plays. So from a special teams asset, he's great. But on-field asset, like I said, maybe he's got stiff hips. People have said in the past maybe he should change positions because he's better downhill with that 4.3 speed that he has. But you know, if they don't bring Slay back and they say, hey, let's bring ISIAH Rodgers in and let Kelee Ringo compete for that job, then I guess I would be okay with it. But I just have to see more. It's just not enough for me when a guy barely plays to say that Kelee Ringo is going to be ready. Now, Christian Parker, our defensive backs coach pre-Super Bowl, has been very high on him the entire year. A guy that shows out on practice every single day. But like I said, with Eli Ricks, Kelee Ringo, some of these guys, Kelee Ringo, I think, is a lot closer than most. So if they don't bring ISIAH Rodgers back and they bring Slay back, but, you know, Kelee Ringo could be that backup to Slay, maybe put in dime package or something like that. If they feel good about him, you know, potentially he could be moving up the depth chart a little bit. I don't know if he's going to start for the 25 season, but like I said, I got to see more. It's just not enough for me to compromise too much on as of right now. You know, all these reports are going to come out now. Well, Slay is gone, and Cooper DeJean might be moving to the outside at the outside cornerback position. I think that'll be one of the biggest mistakes they made, honestly. And it's not really that it's not Cooper DeJean can't play the outside. It's that inside corner spot is so important. And honestly, it's been one of the biggest weaknesses for the Philadelphia Eagles the last few years with Avonte Maddox sitting in there. I mean, look, Avonte Maddox goes right into the game when DeJean is out, and boom, they target him every single time. And hopefully Maddox isn't back. You know, I appreciate every He made a fantastic play in the Super Bowl, not giving him disrespect, but he's been injured too much. He's not the player he once was, and I don't think he's as good in that inside spot as everyone predicts him to maybe be. I don't know. I don't know what everyone thinks of Maddox too much. If you want to move DeJean to the outside and go get a Malachi Moore from Alabama on day 2, if that's what you want to do, get a hybrid safety / inside corner, that's fine. Inside corner has really been the biggest weakness for the Eagles. So, you know, Eli Ricks can't play the inside. Kelee Ringo can't play the inside. Rodgers can't play the inside. A lot of these guys can't play on the inside. Quinyon Mitchell was the only one that played on the inside in camp because that's where they started him and had ISIAH Rodgers on the outside. And then once they got into before that first game of the season, they put Quinyon Mitchell to the outside because Rodgers had a hand injury right before the game. So the Cooper DeJean to the outside is the number 2 corner. Can he do it? Of course he can. But will I do it? No, he's got way too much value at that inside spot. He can cover tight ends. He can cover big receivers. He can cover twitchy slot guys. I mean, he can cover anybody. This is the steal of the 24 draft. This was the steal in the second round in the 24 draft. It obviously should have been a first-round pick. 2 first-round talents that were drafted and are unbelievable superstars right now. Okay, so that's where I'm at with the whole cornerback situation going forward. Until I see Slay put out any type of PR statement that he's officially leaving, and especially they did it so early as of right now, which is March 4th. By the time you're watching this video, it means that they're going to work something out. You save cap space, and you could bring him back on a cheaper deal, and there's got to be a valuable backup to Slay. Slay can't return with a weakness behind him. He's got to have somewhat of a strong suit backup that's right behind him and that can come in if he has to. Like I said, Slay gets in that medical tent way too much this past season. Came back into games, didn't stay out of games, but he's up there. He's up there in age, 33, 34 years old, whatever he is. He's a lot older, and I think Slay can still play, but got to have that backup there. And that's where we're at as of right now. So let me know what you guys think about the cornerback position going forward. This is one of many moves that the Eagles are going to make. There's a lot more coming when it comes to restructures, when it comes to contracts, all of that. It's going to happen. If you guys haven't checked out the Philly Shakedown podcast merch, definitely go check it out. The champion shirt, the high-sprung polyester fabric shirt that is selling like crazy. A lot of people have been wanting it. We are actually making more because we sold out of the small batch, but more is being made as of right now to order. So definitely go get your champion shirt, and obviously the regular t-shirt, the main thing t-shirt, the hallway scene after the Super Bowl. Definitely go check it out. Link in the description, and it'll be pinned in the comment section as well. So appreciate everybody for ordering. But other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think. What do they do at corner? Would you bring Slay back? Would you bring ISIAH Rodgers back? What do you think is going to happen? Unless you think the Eagles are going to draft another DB in the first round this year, I'd actually be really surprised over that. But I think they want to save that 32nd pick for bigger and better things, which is either trade or it's going to be for another big-time player at another position. So we'll see what happens there. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you like the video as well because it helps out the channel tremendously. You guys enjoy. Shakes, what up? Follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.